Hello my YouTube subscribers. I hope you all had slept like kings and queens last night, and is doing well physically and mentally and emotionally on this day. Today's video is about WWE NXT review for November 14, 2023. Make sure you like this video. Leave a comment on this video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for future livestream and videos. And share this video with your friends and family members who are WWE wrestling fans. The show opens with a recap of the NXT Tag Team Championship scandal. Chase U, Andre Chase and Duke Hudson C versus D'Angelo Family Channing, Stacks, Lorenzo and Tony D'Angelo NXT Tag Team Championship. Chase and Lorenzo to start, collar and elbow, Stacks with a waistlock, Andre fights out with a snapmare, Channing with a wristlock. Snapmare wristlock cycle repeats. Again, tight near fall off a cradle from Chase. Hudson wants the tag. Andre denies him. Side headlock, reversed, shot off. D'Angelo in and so is Duke. Lariat from Hudson. Back and forth. Gallon throw on Stacks. Malfunction at the junction with D'Angelo and he shoulder blocks Duke out of the ring. Throwing Andre after. He hip tosses Lorenzo over the ropes into them and we go to break. Back from commercial. Hudson throwing elbows with abandon. Trying to fight his way out of the corner. Big rock bottom on Stacks. Note. Channing kicks him to the floor, elbow drop off the apron lands true. Back inside, crawling for the tag, reaching, kicking at Tony to create an opening. Tags made. Andre in hot with forearms, whip across, drop kick, swinging neckbreaker, fired up, fireman's carry, stacking him up in the corner and suplexing Channing into the dawn. Up top, fired up, diving crossbody for 2. Hard attack from the challengers. So close. Stacks with a Rana pin, Andre sidesteps, Enzuigiri connects. D'Angelo makes the blind tag. Duke with the slingshot German suplex on Stacks. Pulling Tony to the apron, looking for the slingshot German to the floor but D'Angelo sidesteps and puts him into the steel steps. Chase takes him out, puts him back in, up top, big cover and a big near fall. Andre and Tony into it. Spinebuster from the Dawn sets it up. D'Angelo family win by pinfall with Bada Bing, Bada Boom on Andre Chase, becoming your new NXT Tag Team Champions. We get the video of Lita announcing tonight's Iron Survivor Challenge qualifying matches. We see Meta-Four walking backstage and we go to break. Back from commercial, Dominic Mysterio is walking backstage in a Slick Art Bar t-shirt. Baron Corbin rolls up to congratulate him and talk about how much they hate Wes Lee. Meta-Four are in the ring for Supernova Sessions. Noam Dar welcomes us to his show and points out he has his beloved NXT Heritage Cup chained up so nobody can steal it from him, before introducing his guests tonight, Alpha Academy. Lash Legend vs. Roxanne Perez Iron Survivor Challenge qualifying match. Collar and elbow. Perez floats over. Side headlock. Legend tries to suplex her out of it. She lands on her feet. T. Harris blocks as she changes gears to a crucifix pin for 2. Big Palm strikes. Lash wheels her into the corner. Big boot. Diving sunset flip, but Legend hangs in there and draws her up. Arm drag out of it. Dropkick sends Lash to the floor. Off the ropes. Jakara Jackson trips her up, and the referee ejects Metaphor from ringside. Legend with a schoolboy for 2. Pump kick follows, smashing Roxanne's face into the mat, scoop and a slam. Perez with desperate right hands, a drop kick to the knees, elbows to the jaw, off the ropes. Lash counters with La Atlantida. Shaking it in, Roxanne slips out. Drop kick in the corner. Off the ropes. Suicide dive connects. Back inside. Diving crossbody. Off the ropes. Wheelbarrow facebuster. Still no. Sidestep the handspring moonsault. Jakara came back. Kiana James runs interference and Lash plants Perez with a big boot. Lash Legend wins by pinfall with a folding press, qualifying for the Iron Survivor Challenge. Backstage, several tag teams are hanging out. Tank Ledger wants to take things to a higher level like the D'Angelo family are right now. Edris Enif says that he and Malik Blade should be new #1 contenders. Angel Garza and Humberto Garza interrupt, and the family rolls up with their titles to celebrate. Garza says to enjoy it while it lasts. Tony D'Angelo points out the last time he saw them they got put through tables by the Creeds, and the champs leave. Malik and Edris get into a shoving match with Humberto and Angel as we cut away. In footage from yesterday, Robbie Brookside and Johnny Moss are going over tape with Lyra Valkyria when Lyra gets an invitation for tea from Shali, and we go to break. Back from commercial, we get footage of the Warrior Tea ceremony. Shali gives Lyra Valkyria a garment to wear and says this is how her ancestors honored their rival before combat. They bow at each other, Lyra more awkwardly, and sit down for the ceremony. Lee says her warrior spirit has been alive in the last months and she wants to be noticed. They must choose the correct tea leaves for the correct construction of their fight. Select the leaves, add the water, and the leaves transform, representing what happens to them during their match, brewed at the right temperature at the right time. Over time, the leaves can't withstand the heat and break down and crumble, and that will happen next Tuesday when Shaw consumes her. Lyra refuses to drink the tea, and Shaw says that means she will have to show no remorse in their battle, and that's fine by Valkyria. They bow at each other again and Lyra leaves. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams are interviewed backstage. They explain that accidents happen and that things got heated, but it's squashed now, and Lexus King is gonna get his. Hayes says Trick is also gonna get his by qualifying for the Iron Survivor, and he's gonna be at ringside to have his buddies back, and so we go to break. Back from commercial, we get footage of Kiana James crowing about costing Roxanne Perez the match. Gigi Dolan gets in her face about it. Ariana Grace is doing her fake motivational deal and Gigi tells her she's gonna get her ass whooped tonight. Backstage, Braun Breaker is interviewed. He has no remorse for what he did to Von Wagner and Robert Stone and he kicks ass and whatnot. Donovan Dijak rolls up and they go back and forth about whether or not Braun will be an Iron Survivor and Dijak wants him to be because he's the one man he cannot break. Breaker says if he is in the match, he'll have Don begging for retribution. Joe Coffey vs. Trick Williams Iron Survivor qualifying match. Test of strength. Coffey takes him down with an armbar. Williams gets away. Arm wringer. Reversed. Side headlock. Shot off. Up and over. Trick with a scoop and a slam. A second body slam. A big dropkick right on the button. Off the ropes. Joe looking for a backslide. Williams fights out and knocks him to the floor with a big right hand. Gallus squaring up to save their boy. Coffey shoulder blocks Trick and puts boots to him on the floor. Back inside. Snapmare. Clawing at Williams's ear. Back into a kneeling armbar. Knee to the back while yanking on both ears. Back to the armbar. Lariat sends Trick Willie to the floor and we go to break. Back from commercial. Whip reversed. Big backbreaker from Coffey. Hot shot. Williams fires back with a jumping neckbreaker. Trading punches in the middle of the ring. Scoop and a slam from Joe for a near fall. Whip across. Duck a lariat. Shoulder block from Trick. Kick combinations rolling. Flapjack. Williams fired up. Drawing him up. Coffey fights out with elbows. A headbutt. Trick gets him anyway. Rock bottom. No deal. Gallus running interference. Carmelo trying to even the odds but he accidentally low bridges Trick and sets him right up for a suicide dive from the Iron Man. German suplex. Only 2. All the best for the bells countered. Trick Williams wins by pinfall with the knee strike, qualifying for the Iron Survivor Challenge. Ilya Dragunov appears out of nowhere and surprises Wes Lee. Lee congratulates him on winning the title and Ilya asks about their rivalry and his time off but Wes says it's all water under the bridge. Dragunov asks him to leave a little bit of Baron Corbin for him, and Lee says he'll do what he has to before turning down a title match and saying he has some other stuff to take care of. Brawling Brutes make their entrance and we go to break. Back from commercial, Lexis King rolls up to chat with Baron Corbin. King says taking Trick Williams out was a big move and he wants to know how he got it done without getting caught. Lexis refuses to share his technique and wishes him luck in the main event. Brawling Brutes Pete, Butch, Dunn and Ridge Holland vs. Out the Mud Bronco Nima and Lucian Price. Dunn and Price to start. Lucian hammers him but Pete wrenches his arm to the mat and stomps the bicep. Stereo beats of the Bodhrán, OTM fight out of it. Price with a huge stomp out of the corner on Butch. Nima tags in, working Dunn over. Eventually Holland gets the hot tag and cleans house. Big Bossman slam. Price kicks out. Dunn tags back in, but Lucian manhandles him and slams him into Ridge. Tag to Bronco. Suplex lift dropped into a single knee gutbuster. Nope. Pete up top. Nima comes after him and he wishbones the fingers. Moonsault off the apron takes SCRYPTS and Price out. Holland plants Bronco with a powerbomb. Brutes get him up. Brawling Brutes win by pinfall with an elevated DDT on Bronco Nima. Joe Gacy cuts a promo from the roof where he talks about how he can feel the energy of the people below him reverberating through his feet, and how nobody knows him and he's not here to burn ships or be the biggest dog in the yard. He's here right now, unhinged. Maybe. Maniac. He won't argue that. Maybe this is where it ends. Maybe this is where he lets go, but maybe not. Gacy throws his phone off the roof. Gigi Dolan makes her entrance to send us to break. Ariana Grace versus Gigi Dolan. Collar and elbow. Grace slings her off. Back to the lockup. O'Connor roll from Dolan for 2. Gigi with a crossbody. Another near fall. Ariana lands a crisp boot into punches and gets a cover of her own. Whip to the corner. Straight suplex. Backslide gets a small package. No deal. Grace smashing her head into the mat. Cover for 2. Rear chinlock applied. Gigi out. Kick combination. Elbows. Arm wringer into Ensanto. Nope. Ariana with a backslide. Foot on the ropes but the referee catches her. Dolan with a flash kick. Gigi Dolan wins by pinfall with the Cobra Twist Slam. We get a video package for Von Wagner and Robert Stone. Cut to the two of them having watched it and Stone asks Wagner to come over his house for dinner. Von is excited about the pasta his wife makes with the little sausages, but easy on the asparagus please. We see Baron Corbin shadowboxing and we go to break. Back from commercial, Eddie Thorpe is interviewed. He says this year has been a trip and he hasn't been around since the strap match with Dijak because it took a toll physically and mentally and he needed time to recharge, but he's back and he's ready to show why he deserves a shot at the Iron Survivor Challenge. Drew Gulak and his gang roll up. Gulak calls him delusional. Charlie Dempsey says he'll show him no quarter. Eddie says he can't be broken, and Dempsey says that only because he's never been in the ring with the likes of them. Andre Chase gives an impromptu press conference in the parking lot saying he's devastated at the loss of the titles but has no further comment. Jacy Jayne drives up and bids him get in and get away. We get an explainer video for the Iron Survivor Challenge. Baron Corbin vs. Wes Lee. Lee out the gates punching but Corbin arm ringers him to the mat. Right hand buckles Wes at the knees. Big chop in the corner. Whip across. T. Harris out of the corner. Enzuigiri. Dropkick. Lee rolls away from a senton and blasts Baron with a roundhouse kick. Back roll. UP kick. Knee sets up an Enzuigiri to the floor. suicide dive reversed into deep 6 to send us to break. Back from commercial, Baron in control, huge short arm lariat. Drawing him up, smashing him into the turnbuckles, hammering overhead elbows to the jaw. Sidestep, Corbin into the post, Wes with knees and a dropkick that sends him to the floor and a suicide dive follows into punches over the announce desk. Back inside, missile dropkick, only 2. Corbin cuts him off, near fall of his own, fired up, short arm end of days blocked, backbreaker connects, trading kicks and both men are down and out. Up in the corner, Enzuigiri sends Baron to the floor, Lee off the ropes, Dominic Mysterio appears and shoves Baron out of the way and eats a Tope Con gyro for him. Wes with punches to Dominic, referee D.A. Brewer counting, Lee makes it back in time but Corbin is waiting. Baron Corbin wins by pinfall with end of days. Post-match, Ilya Dragunov runs down and hits a German suplex on Baron Corbin. Fired up, he charges in but Baron plants him with end of days and holds the NXT Championship over his fallen body. Ilya gets on the mic and tells Baron he made a great mistake and there will be consequences. He wants an NXT Championship match so bad. He's got it, and he'll see him at Deadline. And that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video all the way till the end. You are the real MVP. Don't forget to hit the like button on the live stream. Leave a comment on this video, letting people know your thoughts on this episode of WWE NXT. I think this show was pretty decent. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for future live stream and videos. And share this video with your friends and family members, who are WWE wrestling fans. This is the People's Champ 1983, and I am signing out. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye for now.
Here we go now. It's time to rise and shine. You should know by now, I stay on my grind. This is Big Meech, with the custom beat. This one is made as a special treat. I can make things go with the flow. I think by now that you should really know I am from Philly, like the rapper Gilly, but I am not a sellout like Meek Millie. You all know he stay bragging. He is skinny, but his little leggings, it'd be really sagging. I know that's funny. He only there for money, and even go low as to steal your honey. Always showing off his toys, but then get caught playing with boys, with Lil Baby. When I first heard that, I was like, they must be crazy. People will do anything for money and fame. But after that, it would never be the same. All because you want in on the game, the rap game, to make a name for yourself, but you ended up selling your soul just to get well. You're mentally unstable, go seek help, and tell them the People's Champ sent you. And after that, you know what not to do.